Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Claressa Shields, surprise, surprise, aka Pap's Mistress, aka Pap's Entanglement, aka Pap's Pick Me, aka Pap's Side Chick, or as Chris Cyborg would say, it is duck hunting season. Claressa Shields is crashing out with the trigger fingers once again on the Twitter/X and is denying that she was only paid 500 thou wow, is mute on the suspension. You know what I'm saying? And is mad because somebody had a messy post. The check cleared and Pap finally got a tat. The payment was received in Aruba for the tat, for the Claressa tat that you need a magnifying glass to see. You need to lift up the t-shirt to see and everything else. The one with Remy Ma is on the full lower arm with colors and Roman numerals and Remy's name. You know what I'm saying? It could be any Claressa on that other, you know what I'm saying, on that upper shoulder. You know what I'm saying? On that upper arm where you have to lift up with the t-shirt. But before we get into that, I need you guys to be mindful. I need you guys to be aware. I need you guys to have discernment, you guys. There is already in motion. There is already in place. There is already a campaign to silence people who are speaking the truth about Claressa Shields. I don't know if y'all peeped it. There are things that I have never seen before. You know what I'm saying? Publications, media, celebrities, you name it, that are coming out the woodworks to defend Claressa Shields. They have all the same talking points too. That she's the GOAT, that we should be celebrating her win. We should not be tearing down a black woman and all of this and all of that. The fight was sold out. You know what I'm saying? Claressa made shmoney off the fight. That's going to be the new talking point today after we get into what Claressa had to say. And it's going to be a whole thing. They're probably going to also call and potentially pay the people that were there. You know what I'm saying? To come out. Whether it's Portia, whether it's Ursha, you know what I'm saying? Whether it is, you know what I'm saying, Floyd Mayweather, Shakur Stevenson, Terrence Crawford. Oh yeah, it's coming. Do not be shocked when it happens. And there's going to be a pivot too, you know what I'm saying, where there's going to be certain outlets that are going to try to accuse the people who are speaking out against Claressa Shields, the people who are critiquing Claressa Shields, that they're just doing it for clicks and views, they're just doing it for shmoney and all of the things to make you believe that you are receiving fake news, that you are receiving fake content, that you are receiving clickbait, you guys. I just want to make y'all aware. And the other side, while they are uplifting Claressa, they are smearing Remy's name. They're trying so hard to make fetch happen with Pap and Claressa. It is insanity. But that man still do not want no divorce from his wife. Make it make sense. So I just want y'all to be aware. They're going to try to push, it was Remy that cheated first on Pap. They're going to push, it was Remy that did Pap wrong. He is in his every right to do his thing with Claressa. There's nothing wrong with Claressa. It's just random slander and a hate train. Y'all saw the preview in that Essence article that I read y'all the other day of what Essence was trying to do. You know what I mean? They think that y'all don't understand. They think y'all are dumb. They think y'all are clueless. They think you can't critically think and pay attention to what is happening. I am just a small YouTuber, you guys. I am just one person. I have a very small platform. So what they are doing is utilizing celebrities that have millions of followers, publications that have millions of followers, and even larger channels and everything else to start that they're being too hard on Claressa. They're just saying negative things about Claressa for the clicks and the views of it all and everything else, because they want to drown out the backlash and the negativity as they try hard to prop Claressa as the face of women's boxing. But if you are so amazing and so great and so these things, why is there always controversy? Why is there always backlash? Why are people that have never spoken before all of a sudden doing Claressa Shields content and all of a sudden getting celebrities to give commentary on a fight that they attended on Saturday? Today is Wednesday. Why didn't you give a reaction to the fight when it happened on Saturday night? Why are you doing it now? And that is because Claressa and Pap cannot handle the backlash. They can't handle the fact that they're not getting the celebrations that they were expecting. So now they're trying to drown out the people who are calling it like they see it. So I just want y'all to be aware and continue to support the people who are telling the truth and are not going to switch up and start glazing Claressa Shields and start ignoring the fact that she is publicly with a married man for multiple years and actively disrespecting the married man's wife in Remy Ma and condoning said married man to be a DEAD beat to his youngest child and to sabotage financially everything that his wife is attempting to try to stop her back and hope that she goes away. And it makes zero sense, as if her bestie and her brother isn't Fat Joe and can really get some heavy hitters in the entertainment industry, like the Jay-Z of the world, who has alleged experience on really blackballing the people. You know what I mean? You know how quickly he went from supporting Colin Kaepernick, and Colin Kaepernick was everywhere, and then once he became the activities coordinator of the NFL and is in charge of all the Super Bowls, and then all of a sudden said about Colin Kaepernick, I'm here to do actionable items, and we really don't need to be kneeling no more. And what happened to all the press and all the coverage about Colin Kaepernick after that? You see what I'm saying? So y'all want to play these games and try to silence people and try to lie on people and everything else, and see what Black Hollywood's going to do. So that's my spiel. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, I had to get that off my chest. So let's get into what Claressa has said on the Twitter/X, and it is a hot mess. Jake Paul got his girls and their biggest female boxer, Amanda Serrano, fighting in a shoebox, but they over there talking shit about Claressa Shields. This Amanda next fight layout with 2 laughing emojis, laughing crying emojis, pointing down emoji. Claressa is the GOAT, right? So, and then a screenshot, of course, of where Amanda Serrano is going to be fighting next. So, Claressa says, LOL on TikTok with 3 laughing emojis, effing clowns with a clown emoji. Another tweet, she's overrated, but it's not her fault. Women's boxing is borderline trash, but on the same hand, don't get excited because you stopped an almost 50-year-old woman who was forced to turn pro, then saying her and Lauren Price is a mega fight. In what effing universe, with several question marks? And then Claressa responds, I ain't overrated, shit, y'all some haters. Next tweet was, why won't y'all fight each other? This is referencing to, I believe, Caroline Dubois. If both of y'all would be willing to fight Alicia, shouldn't it be a way for y'all to fight each other? And then Claressa responds, dumb ASS, I'm 160 now. Caroline is 135, 5 pounds bigger than scary ASS Baumgartner. Then Claressa responds to a tweet from Fight Post about something Michaela Mailer said. So it says, fighting Claressa is going to be fun. Beating her is going to be fun. It might come until next year, but if it does come, a fight between Michaela Mayer and Claressa Shields is likely to be the biggest fight in women's boxing in 2027. Claressa says, cap with a hat emoji, tags Michaela Mayer. You can't beat me. You better worry about not losing to Chantel Cameron in a few weeks with a shrug arms emoji. Keep digging a deeper hole for yourself. Then in a quoted tweet, you know what I'm saying, about allegedly Amanda Serrano and Alicia Baumgardner and Remy Ma teaming up against Claressa, somebody quotes the tweet and responds and says, serious question. Claressa has more accomplishments, sold more, fought in bigger crowds without Jake Paul, fought in bigger crowds without Katie Taylor, bigger following everywhere, and more skills. Why the F should she be jealous of these two? And then Claressa responds, LOL, they're delusional. I don't care about them. So apparently Claressa wants to get into streaming, and I thought this was already in motion because she keeps asking Adrian and Dean for suggestions, a videographer, and everything else. So she's saying, should I get into streaming? So somebody replied, yes, you should. Like you said, your life is a movie. The world tuned in. Pick the times and places you want to stream. Show what you want to show with prayer hands emojis. It adds more value to you and your brand and inspires others. The money will follow. And then Claressa responds, I need guidance for real. Next, then somebody tweeted, in response to Complex's story, great expected win, but why y'all lying? 175 to 160 is 15 pounds. Stop the cap, please, and thank you. Claressa then responds that she was 198 when her camp started. I don't walk around at 175. I fight there, right? Then there was a tweet in response to the alleged amount that Claressa Shields was making and everything else, in response to Claressa crashing out that we are going to get into a second. And there was 4 laughing emojis, and it says, poor K. Scott, the baddies girls made more than her and you. And Claressa said, I made millions. Are you on DOPE? Right? Then somebody else tweeted, everybody makes more than what's disclosed. No surprise there, but it doesn't change the fact that you would have made more total earnings by accepting Cyborg's offer. You went with the sure win. I get it. And then Claressa says, no, I wouldn't have. Then Claressa is mad at Shadow League because they posted an article saying Pap is catching heat after revealing a tattoo of Claressa Shields' name, with fans speculating the gesture has more to do with her recent 500 Thou Wow payday than romance. So Claressa says, who paying you to post this stupid SHIT? Then Claressa posted with a picture of her in the ring and a picture with her for her niece and nephew, setting up these doctor appointments. This DAMN sprained knee and fractured finger has to heal before I can start back training again. I left it all on the ring with a boxing glove emoji. It was worth it, with a strength emoji, a boxing glove emoji, a laughing emoji, and a devil emoji. So then it says, I see what y'all trying to do, but I made over $1 million each fight since Savannah Marshall. I literally have an $8 million deal, but it doesn't say that you... Child, hold on. What the Georgia Athletic Commission disclosed is the guaranteed base purse on record, which is the amount I was comfortable receiving up front and have publicly disclosed. That figure doesn't represent my total compensation for the event. My earnings extend beyond the guaranteed purse and include participation in the overall business of the event, including gate revenue, sponsorships, and other event-related revenue streams. What sponsorships do you have, Claressa? Don't tell me the woman's book, A Powerful Divorce. Oh, what Zeus Network gave you a cut? Cut you a check? When Records cut you a check? What is their business model? Out of respect for my opponent's privacy, I won't speak on her compensation or the terms of the agreement. That's the same thing you said about Franchon Cruz, who said that this is the least amount of money she made in her career fighting you. I know my opponent was paid her highest fight purse. No. She's only fought, and this will be her 8th professional boxing fight. So obviously, you know what I'm saying? That there was people on there that was getting $150. Like, what are we talking about? Clarissa's going to continue to slander MVP Promotions and Amanda Serrano, especially with her upcoming fight. And it's going to be flat out disgusting and disturbing. But this is what Claressa does because she has to have the spotlight on her 24/7. Here's the thing. People are clowning that pap tattoo because it's calculated. If you got it in June, if you got it in July, you could have been told us, you know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, you waited to announce it the day of the fight in hopes that that was going to take spotlight away from Claressa and on to you. In hopes that there was going to be performative to display that you allegedly love your mistress, right? And ultimately, you only gave her, 10 or 11 seconds, which is potentially what the So-So D is giving in real life. And you had a whole 2 to 3 minute episode, a whole special for your wife Remy Ma, and all of the thought and everything that you put into that tattoo in comparison. So absolutely, people are going to clown this. Just like Pap decided to talk about all of a sudden how much he loves you, Dion, after that check cleared, after it was exposed that you allegedly made 500 thou wow from your fight. And ultimately, as well, is upset that the people know what you made, because I didn't recall when Punch Drunk Boxing exposed back in February that Claressa may have made anywhere between 900,000 to 1.1 to 1.2 million. I don't recall Claressa coming out and saying it was a lie. I don't recall Claressa coming out and saying it was a lie. But I find it interesting that because it is not $1 million or close to $1 million, that it is 500,000 thou wow, 500 thou wow, and potentially Zeus Network made more than you, Claressa, for Saturday night. Now you want to come out the bushes. Now you want to come out and say something. Because it takes away of the lore of you allegedly being this multi-millionaire. And out of that 500 thou wow, how much went to Lotto? How much went to Win Records? How much went to Salida? How much went to Johnny Blaze? How much went to that girl that y'all were booing for the national anthem? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to make it seem like you're getting all this revenue elsewhere. So either you're implying that somebody is paying you under the table, or this is the lie that you want to display publicly to make it seem like you got it more than what you have. But your training for this fight was way different than the training for Franchon Cruz. You were at luxury facilities and everything else. This go around, it was Planet Fitness time most of the time. This time around, you were on the internet, you were on live streams more than ever because you weren't taking this fight seriously, but you needed to drum up interest for people to continue to talk about you so you could stay in the algorithm. And ultimately, you kept getting backlash. Then you did your press tour in Atlanta, got backlash from that because nobody was discussing your fight. Everybody wanted to discuss Remy and the fact that Pap still will not divorce his wife. He will not walk away with nothing because he's too broke, broke to do so. And that even mooching off of you all this time has not generated enough income for Pap to be done with his wife for good. And after seeing all the star-studded celebrities that were at Fat Joe's birthday party with special guest, his sis Remy Ma, has y'all acting out of y'all body. Has y'all acting out of control. Make it make sense. So that is that for this video. That is it for this video. I need y'all to do me the biggest favor. I need y'all to do y'all biggest one. And that is to hype the video. Hype the video, please. Hype the video like you never hyped a video before in your life. There is that. That is it. That is all. It's todos es final. It's finito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.